Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Outdoor Navigator. Today we have navigated down to the Pulaski County Park in Pulaski County of all places, and we're going to be fishing on Lake Cumberland. Today's episode is a review of my Ascend FS12T kayak. So this isn't the first boat that I ever owned, but it is exactly like the first boat I ever owned. I sold it, bought this one, and then I bought another one because I liked it so much. So we'll do a review of it, and that'd be pretty much the episode today. So stand by, and we'll get to fishing and reviewing. Hey guys, welcome back to the Outdoor Navigator. Today I'm doing a review on the water of my Ascend FS12T. So if you want to hear about a good boat that's very affordable and a good starter boat for sure, okay, this was the first boat that I ever owned. Okay, I bought it off of Bass Pro. Well, I actually picked it up at Cabela's. I don't know, I guess it's been about 7 or 8 years now, something like that. So when I got it, you know, I was kind of like, I'd never fished out of a kayak before, but I'd read up a lot, you know, and from what I could understand, you know, it paddled easy. You could stand up in it. It had plenty of room to put stuff in, and you know, that's kind of what I was looking for. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because I didn't know if I was going to like kayak fishing, but I also didn't want to go too cheap to where I got something that I was going to hate. So ended up with the 12T, and hey, you know, when we talk roomy, I mean, look how much room I got up there. I got all kinds of room. Got room up there. Got room in the back. I mean, there's all kinds of room. So if you're looking for something roomy, this is the thing to look at. So we're out here paddling it right now, because that's one thing you're going to be looking forward, or looking at, when one thing to consider when you're getting you a kayak is how does it paddle. All right, so this one here, tracking, how well does it stay in a straight line when you're under power, okay, when you're paddling. So I can tell you that this one does pretty good. I mean, it's, you know, it's 12 foot long, so longer boats typically track better. It's not real wide. I can't remember the exact width. I'll have that later on in the video, but hey, it tracks really well, and I mean, it moves really well. I mean, I've been out with the family in some of my other kayaks, and this one here, you can always smoke everybody in it when you start paddling, and with minimal effort. I mean, I'm just hitting it a pretty good lick right now, nothing special, and I mean, it is moving, man. I like it. So when we're talking about maneuverability, okay, turning, all right, I can put my paddle down, look, make a pretty sharp turn right there. It turns pretty quick, it responds. And when you're going in a straight line, hey, it does that really well too. It tracks really well. So maneuverability, this boat is really good. It tracks well, turns well, and hey, 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give it about 7.5, 8. So we'll check out some other aspects here in a second. So the FS12T. So this is one I own. Like I told you all, the first boat I ever bought was a FS12T. Okay, I sold it. I bought a pedal drive kayak, and years later I came back and found a deal on this, a used one, and I ended up buying it. Okay, so I felt like it was worthwhile to throw a description out there, you know, and give you a review, because, you know, this boat is a great boat for somebody that's getting into kayaking. Okay, It's relatively cheap. You can find them online, somewhere around $400 or $500, or you can buy one new for around $800, and you might even look into a real good deal if you really do your research. But great beginner kayak. I mean, when I first got into kayaking, didn't know exactly if I was going to like it. Had some there was some misconceptions I had about them, and I cleared those up real quick when I got one. I thought I was going to get wet immediately upon getting in one. I thought they were going to be unstable. I thought they were going to be hard to fish out of, and I found out that that was all wrong. Okay, so this boat here, yeah, I mean, it's great, man. The reason why I bought this one, I was looking for a boat to fish streams and creeks in, okay, because the pedal drive kayak that I have, it's a Native Slayer Propel 10, and if you look up in the card, I'll give you a link to a video I did review for that one. But I bought it because I was fishing bigger water, and I wanted to be able to get to places a little bit quicker, okay, and not so much, paddling there. This boat, hey, pros with this boat, okay, after having it. Like I said, great starter kayak, and the pros, it's got all kinds of space in it. I mean, if you look up here, this front, okay, deck space up here in the front, this tank well back here in the back, just all kinds of room. Like if you want to take camping trips or anything like that, you got so much room to pack gear, okay, so much room. I mean, you can put a pack, a tent, and everything you can think of, coolers. I mean, this is great, man, for going on those trips where you're going to camp out overnight. Okay, as far as fishing out of it, I can stand up in it and fish. I can sit down in it and fish. Either one. Now, is it the most stable boat on the market? Nope. Okay, but once you get your sea legs, it's pretty good. And the new boat has made some improvements that make it even better to stand in, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. Alright, so as far as paddling itself, this thing glides through the water like you wouldn't believe. I've got 3 boats, and this boat, when me and the family go out, this is the boat that leaves everybody behind, because it just glides through the water, man. I mean, it is smooth. It tracks really well. You don't have to make a lot of corrections. It holds that straight line. For a 12-foot boat, it's not very heavy. It's only 77 pounds. Perfect for streams and rivers, and it's priced well for what you get. Great starter kayak. Alright, so cons. It needs some handles on the side, okay? This kayak can be very awkward and hard to move around because of the lack of grab points. Okay, you got grab points in the front and the back, so if you and a buddy are moving it, but if you want to pick it up yourself, there's nowhere to grab onto, nowhere to hold on to. It really needs something, okay, to help out with that. Alright, the older models, they got quite a bit of flex up here in this front deck area where you're going to be standing and fishing. Okay, the newer ones, they've corrected that. They got some non-slip padding, a lot better. Alright, the older model, it needs some gear tracks, okay? This one here came with the fishing pole holder originally, but the guy I bought it off of lost it, so I am going to put some aftermarket gear tracks on there so I can mount a rod holder and maybe some electronics, okay? Probably not though, because I like to keep this boat pretty well stripped down. I don't need a whole lot hanging off of this because this is my creek and river boat. Alright, I would prefer that this seat set up higher, okay? It sits kind of low, and after a long day, kind of uncomfortable for me. Now they've got some hacks out there where they raise this seat up, and on the first boat I ever owned, I did one. And in the description, I'll put some links on some videos that I think are pretty good that show that. I will probably put one on this eventually, again, on this second boat I bought, because it sets you up about, I don't know, 3 to 5 inches higher, and it lets you be able to get that bend in your leg and just, just more comfortable for sitting in it all day. Because I do a lot more sitting and fishing than I do standing and fishing. So anyway, that's the old boat. Alright, so let's get on the Bass Pro Shop site here right now, and I'll show you what a new one looks like. Alright, the Ascend 12T sit-on-top kayak in Desert Storm. So Same color as the one I own. Okay, this is a brand new one though, right off the website. Right now looks like they're running a sale. You can get it for $800. Now I bought the one that I showed you earlier. Okay, I got it off a guy that I work with. Okay, got a real good deal on it. But now when I first bought the original one that I owned, I think I got it for $6.99. So, you know, they've went up about $100 over the years. They have added some things to them. So let's just look at what's different. All right, let's take a look at this top view. All right, and just this is the new model. We'll see if there's a lot of difference, which there really isn't. So up here in the front, all right, you still got this grab handle in the front. All right, got this large storage well here in the front. Okay, plenty of room to put your packs, tents, and all those things if you want to take this thing on a camping trip. Okay, as we move back here, we got these retractable foot pedals. Okay, and one of the big differences on this boat compared to the older ones is you've got this large area here, deck space for standing in. Got this non-slip pad. Okay, and just makes it a good spot to stand up and fish. Now, is this boat the most stable one on the market? It is not. Okay, but okay, with that being said, I do stand up and fish in mine all the time, and it's, you know, it's not really set up for it like this one is, but hey, you get your sea legs and you're good to go. Alright, you still got this big storage area here in the front. This opens up into the hull, and you've got good access to where if you want to run into your wiring or stuff through there, you can get to it. Right behind there, you got another little storage area. This used to be off here to the left side, okay, on mine, on them old ones, but they moved it here in the middle, and that gives you a good spot to stand. Alright, right here in the middle behind it, you've got an area where you can store your drinks, okay, your cups, and then you got two little trays here on the left and right that you can throw baits into. Alright, you look here at the seat, it adjusts. You can see these little groove tracks. You can move the seat forward and backwards. Okay, the seat also adjusts. Okay, so if you want to lean it back a little bit. This seat, there's hacks out there to raise this seat. And I'll throw some links in the description. Okay, because to me it's just a little more comfortable when you get it up a little bit. You know, where you can get that bend in your leg. Alright, still got these recessed rod holders. And then this large tank on the back. Big space, okay, for your crate, and then you've got all this space here with these bungees where you can tie down gear, okay, and then you got your little drain hole in the back, and you got another handle. So the one thing also that I didn't mention, you got gear tracks. Okay, that's one of the upgrades. Mine doesn't have that. You can hang rod holders on it, you know, electronics. You can buy those little eyelets and put on there so you can clip off too. You know, all kinds of things you can add to those, and that was a good upgrade. Here's one more view from the side. I mean, just real sleek looking boat. I mean, nice looking boat. Then looking here at the top, okay, little top view where it gives you the full rundown. You can see down there in the bottom kind of how low that seat sits. Like I said, you can, there's videos out there that raise them up, okay, to make it a little bit more comfortable. But main thing is, it's just this non-skid cushion stand-up casting deck. Okay, that's one of the big differences from the old one. You got these gear tracks. Other than that, everything pretty much looks the same. Alright, so wrapping it up here, FS12T. This is one I'm reviewing. The new boat is the 12T. It's all by Ascend through Bass Pro Shop. Great starter boat for you guys getting into the sport, or hey, you guys that are in the sport and maybe you just want a boat like I did. You know, I wanted a boat that I could take out and hit the creeks and streams. Alright, so how did I go about getting the Ascend kayak? Because I'd had one before, I traded it off to upgrade, and now I was wanting another one. So when I approached the boss with it, I was like, hey, you know, sure would like to have another boat, you know, to fish streams and creeks. And what I got was, why do you need another boat? So I changed gears and I was like, well, boat's not actually for me, it's for you. And I'll even get one for the boy, and we'll all have a boat. We'll all have boats. And we can all go together, be a family thing. So they did agree to that. So I ended up buying an Ascend. Also got an Old Town kayak, and I got a review up there in the card if you want to check it out. So hey, had 3 boats, had different options. Had my pedal drive for the big water. Got my Ascend for the small creeks and the rivers, and the Old Town, well, it pretty much works anywhere. So hey, it worked for me. It may work for you. I can't make any promises, but hey, it's worth trying if you want another boat. So that's how I did it. Hope you like this review. If you got any more questions, go ahead down there in the comments and leave them for me, and I'll answer them best I can. I appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel, The Outdoor Navigator. Outdoor being the key word. That's what I do. I get outdoors. Okay, I go hiking, I go fishing, I go camping, I go four-wheeling. I do everything you can think of outdoors. Okay, and I'll show you all those places I go outdoors, and I'll also do reviews. Okay, and try to provide you information to motivate you to get outside and enjoy this beautiful world we have. If you like the video, hit like, hit that notification bell so you can get updates when I got new content, and it was good talking to you again. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Navigate yourself outdoors. Peace.